It would be basically in addition to all my previous characters, obviously. So we're going to start a new character. But as I stated before, this is going to be a temporal agent. And there are two different temporal agents that I'm going to be doing over the past couple days. First one is actually going to be from TOS Starfleet. Meaning we're going back into the 23rd century. And since these are the only options, I'm going to go with human. But I'm going to go with tactical officer on this one. Besides, I have an ulterior motive on what I'm going to do. As far as the facial features go, I'm not going to worry about that as a moment. But because I'm going to have fun with this character, I'm actually going to do something different. So as I stated before, let me check the stance here real quick. That's a standard. Brawler. Nah, we don't want him to be a creature. That just looks too lazy right there. Let's go swagger. And as before, folks, I'll play around with this later on. At the moment, I just want to get the character started. And as I stated before, I do have an ulterior motive when it comes to this character. So, let me just show it to you. You might know where I'm going with this, folks. Yes, folks, I did it. Now, as far as starship name goes, I'm going to be a little bit creative here. I'm going to go with, I don't know, how about this one? GoldenEye. Oh, I know why. Because I had a space in there. My mistake. Let's begin our new series entitled Temporal Agent, folks. Yes, I would like the tutorial.
Captain's log, stardate 6147.4. We're orbiting planet Taurus 2 in the Murasaki 312 nebula. Our orders? Investigate the disappearance of a science vessel in this area. Search and rescue operations are about to commence.
Obviously, that's the captain of the ship.
People you can
not
interact
me.
with have icons above their heads. Press the X button to talk with them.
Alright, let's speak with the captain. Captain Garrett.
Lieutenant, we've located the wreckage of a crashed ship down there. I need to get boots on the ground, find out what's going on. Take a landing party down to the surface. Assess the situation and look for survivors.
We'll beam down right away, sir.
Not so fast. We can't use the transporters due to atmospheric interference. You'll need to take a shuttlecraft down. Use the sensors to locate a safe landing site.
Sounds good to me, sir. Use the sensors. Okay. Ah, here we go. Scanning the surface now. Let's inform Captain Garrett of our plans.
Did you find a suitable landing area?
Yes, sir, we did. There's a good-sized clearing close to the crash site.
Excellent. I've assigned Ensign Mears to your landing party. She's been to Taurus 2 before. Her insight will be quite valuable. Meet up with her and the others in the shuttle bay. Don't forget to grab a phaser in the armory on your way. From what I've read in Jim Kirk's report, Taurus 2 can get a little rough.
Indeed, sir. On my way. Engineering deck. Ensign Tarsi?
Ensign Tarsi, reporting for duty. The captain's asked me to make sure you get back in one piece, and I intend to do just that.
Thanks, Tarsi. What do you know about Taurus 2?
Let's see. M-class planet? Barely. The Tarians are big, primitive, and quick to anger. I'd keep my phaser handy if I were you. Speaking of which, if you want to follow me to the armory, we can make sure your phaser is properly calibrated.
Right away. Lead the way, Ensign. As you can tell, folks, she is
Your
Andorian.
minimap shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the minimap if you are far away from your objective.
Ah, the standard 23rd century phasers. I got a Type 2 phaser standard issue. Let's test this baby out.
Good job, Lieutenant. That should be enough, unless you want more practice.
No practice needed. Okay, let's switch to nothing. Let's head to the shuttle bay. Oh, sorry. This is the engineering lab. My mistake. We are in the 23rd century, folks, so it is a little bit hard to figure out what's what. I think it's that door right there. Yep, as it says right there, shuttle bay. Okay, where's, oh, there she is, Ensign Mears.
Ensign Mears, reporting is ordered. I'm ready when you are. Though I can't say I'm happy to see Taurus 2 again.
Oh? Why's that, Ensign?
I was one of the so-called Galileo 7, a science team sent to study the Murasaki effect. Our shuttle crashed on Taurus 2. Not all of us made it back to the Enterprise alive.
I'm sorry to hear that, Ensign.
Thank you. You can see why I'm reluctant to return to such a place.
I do, and I understand fully. But you're the only one on board with local experience. Your insight will be invaluable.
Yes, of course you're right, Lieutenant. I am a Starfleet officer, and I will perform my duties. You can count on me.
I never doubted it for a second, Ensign. Alright, folks, let's board the shuttlecraft. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but you can figure it out on your own. Boarding shuttlecraft right now.
Lieutenant.
Wonder what happened to that crashed ship. I don't like the feeling.
It's just as grim as I remember it here. My skin is crawling. I can't help but feel like the creatures are out there, watching us, waiting to attack.
Calm down, Ensign. Stay alert. They very well could be.
Right. Okay. It appears the ship crashed somewhere north of here. There are 2 paths from here that lead to the crash site, and there may be survivors on both. I recommend you take Alpha Team along the northwestern path, and I'll take Beta to the northeast. We'll rendezvous at the main crash site.
Sounds good. See you there, Ensign.
Remember,
look at the...
your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
I've done this before. Oh boy. This is almost the configuration of a Constitution-class starship. Even right here to the saucer section, and in the cells. Which on the map don't look as big, but when you actually see them on the ground, you'll see what I mean.
To sprint, press and hold the left stick while moving.
Is that a warp nacelle? Whoa. Big.
Ever seen one up close? Neither have I. And that looks to be pieces of a deflector dish right there. But there has to be something interesting. Let's scan this debris.
Definitely Federation tech here. What's left of a shuttlecraft's coolant assembly, according to my tricorder.
Might be a crashed shuttle nearby. Let's have a look. So at least someone crashed down here. Obviously there's nothing left of the ship to recover.
There's your crashed shuttle. What's left of it, anyway. Look, someone's over there. I think they're hurt.
Let's give them a hand.
Interactions can be interrupted by movement or combat.
Can I have a word, Lieutenant?
Talk to me, Ensign.
Lieutenant, you won't be able to get close enough to revive him while that thing's venting plasma. Those valves should shut down the vents, though.
Alright, let's shut down those valves. Last thing I want to do is get plasma all over my uniform. There's two of them. So where's the second one? Stop the plasma flow. Now I can treat this survivor.
Thank you. We need to move. Those things, they're out there.
What things? And where?
Florence! Look out!
Ouch. He's dead.
What do they feed these things? Never mind.
At this point, I don't really care. Let's just make sure we can get him down. Can't kill me. I'm not a red shirt. They're humanoid, at least. Alright, speak to me.
I'm Dr. Phineas Grogan, part of a research team studying the Murasaki effect. Well, I was before the ship crashed. I was looking for supplies when that thing roared. Got distracted and then that plasma coil blew. Damn near killed me.
You are definitely lucky to be alive, Doctor.
You're telling me? We should get those supplies back to camp. Dr. Mueller's probably worried sick about it by now.
Agreed. I'll get the supplies. You lead the way. Okay, now we gotta go to the camp, which, according to my map, is right here. Okay, so this is the shuttlecraft part. But obviously, those nacelles are way too big for a shuttle. So obviously, this was a starship. Constitution class, if I had to guess. Based off the nacelle configuration and the saucer section. Of course, I could be wrong. There's Dr. Muller.
Am I glad to see you? We thought we were stranded here with those monsters.
We'll have you out of here soon, sir.
Those supplies you brought will come in handy while we wait. Just put them over there for now. You know, I think there's some old phaser rifles in there. Might come in handy against those creatures.
Thanks, we'll have a look. Although I am perfectly fine using a phaser pistol.
There are rifles in that crate. We should show the survivors how to shoot them. I'll set up some targets while you get ready.
That's a Federation Type 3 phaser rifle, so...
A phaser? I've never shot one of these before.
Well, now you're going to learn.
You
want
need to
me to
equip your
shoot
phaser
this?
rifle. To do so, press the Options button and select the Captain option under the Ship and Crew heading.
Already done that. Alright, Ensign.
The targets are ready, Lieutenant. Let the survivors start shooting and give them some pointers.
Definitely. Works for me. Drop your shoulder, Doctor.
I get it. That gives me a lot more control.
Adjust your stance,
Wow,
Doctor.
great. That feels a lot better.
Well, because I want to try a shot at this. Well, when you're James Bond, I guess you have a good shot anyway. Alright, let's demonstrate my alternate fire, which is basically a sniper rifle shot.
They're right behind me.
Ensign Mears, what happened to the rest of your away team? That pretty much sums it up right there.
Heads up! The Taurians are attacking!
Alright, defend yourselves. Stay down. Ensign Mears, let's have a talk.
We need to get these people to safety, Lieutenant. The Taurians will be back, and in greater numbers.
Agreed. You and Tarsi guard the pass while I get the others into cover. Dr. Grogan, fall back to the wreckage. Dr. Muller, also fall back to the wreckage. Let's get these survivors over to the wreckage, that way there's more secure. Ensign, what's the situation?
Lieutenant, we've held them off so far because they're scared of our weapons. But I don't think that'll last much longer. We've got to fall back to the wreckage. I might have an idea.
I do hope it's a good one.
Shut the doors! They're right behind us!
Closing the doors now. Surprised there was enough power to do that. Alright, Ensign, what's your best idea?
Okay. Last time I was here, Commander Scott, electrified the hull of our shuttle. That drove the Taurians off when they tried to break in. Think we can pull something like that off here?
Possibly, if there's enough charge left in the batteries. Alright, let's electrify the hull. Oh yeah, that drove them away. I get the feeling we used the last of the battery power in this thing. Good idea, Ensign. Well done.
You did it! Lieutenant, it worked! Bless you, Scotty, wherever you are. I think we owe you a very nice bottle of scotch.
Indeed. So, what happened out there?
The Taurians ambushed us. I managed to escape, but the others, they've been taken. We've got to do something, and fast.
Very well. You get the survivors to the shuttle. Tarsi and I will rescue the hostages.
I was thinking, we can use our tricorders to track residual heat signatures left by the Taurians.
Like thermal breadcrumbs, huh? Good thinking, Ensign. Alright, let's scan for heat signatures. Here we go. Okay, they're still throwing those things. Oh, they're spear throwers. Okay, maybe we need to defeat those people. There should be 2 more up ahead. Oh, there's a chief right there. I get the feeling they're not serving the hostages dinner. A little too far away. Oh, he's picking up something. Ouch. Okay, we defeated the chief. Now let's rescue the hostages. Where are they?
Lieutenant! We're over here! Help!
On our way.
Thanks for coming back for us, sir. We owe you one. Pretty sure those things were gonna have us for dinner.
Not on my watch, Ensign. Alright. Everyone, let's head back to the
The
Sherpa.
Taurians appear to be in a late Stone Age state of development.
Now isn't the best time for an anthropology lecture, Skial.
There could be more on the way. Let's get moving.
Am I seeing things? Because those guys picking through the wreckage sure look like Klingons. Just what are the Klingons doing on Taurus 2?
Let's find out. Ready phasers. Just in case they're not in the mood for questions. And they're not.
Looks like they're not in the mood for questions, Lieutenant.
Flanking damage detected.
Hey, is that a Klingon pad? Bring it to me. I have some experience decrypting Klingon data.
Alright, what can you tell me from this pad, Ensign?
My little sister's diary was harder to decrypt. Sure, Klingons are good at fighting, but computers aren't exactly their strong suit. And voila! One Klingon pad unlocked and ready for your inspection.
Nice work, Ensign. Let's have a look.
Captain Cole, your plan has worked perfectly, sir. Many ships have fallen into our trap. We've snared a few merchant ships and a Starfleet science vessel so far. You'll be pleased to hear that we're picking up a Federation cruiser on long-range sensors. Constitution class. Time to hunt bigger game. Glory to the Empire!
Let's download this message.
Looks like the Klingons are using both guile and brute force here, Lieutenant. A pretty potent combination. The captain's definitely gonna want to hear about this.
Agreed. Okay, we defeated the Klingon assault squad. Now let's defeat the scouts.
Let's get back to the shuttle before more of them show up.
Too late. More up ahead. Any more? I don't see any more. Report to me. Report, Ensign.
We're ready to go when you are. Hope this thing's got enough fuel to get us back to the ship.
That makes two of us.
Are you ready to board the shuttle, Lieutenant?
Very well. Let's get out of here.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Very good job, Ensign.
We made it. Never thought I'd be so happy to see a shuttle bay. I admit I had my doubts in the beginning. Didn't think I'd hold it together down there. Every time I heard those things roar. But here I am. Thanks for believing in me.
Couldn't have done it without you, Ensign. Thank you. Now what? Klingons!
Bridge to shuttle bay. Please respond.
Captain, what's going
We have some
on?
uninvited guests, Lieutenant. We've been boarded. The Klingons have breached the hull on the engineering deck and blocked our access. Since I can't send security in, I need you to secure the deck.
Aye, sir. Recommendations?
Start with the engineering lab. We need to bring our plasma relays back online. After that, secure the armory and main engineering.
We'll handle it, sir. Tarsi, mirrors, ready weapons, prepared to repel the boarders. Bound to be a lot
I'm
of them.
remembering an old Earth adage about leaping from frying pans into fires. Your orders, Lieutenant?
Stay here with Tarsi to help this squad. I'll take care of the labs. Oh yeah, that's right. Labs are this way.
I'll cover you while you clear out the lab, Lieutenant.
Shut down our primary plasma conduits. Get them running, fast.
On it, Captain.
Plasma conduits reinitialized. Auxiliary power restored. Now clear out that armory.
Watch out! More Klingons!
Great work. Secure engineering next, if you can.
We're on it. Report, ensigns.
We've cleared the rest of the deck, Lieutenant.
Well done. You and Tarsi hold here. I'll clear out main engineering.
Bridge to engineering. Please respond. Nice work. Internal sensors showed you have secured the engineering deck. Check the power relays for the weapon systems. Looks like the Klingons fried them during the fight.
On it, sir. Stand by.
Some missions in Star Trek Online will change based on your career track. Engineering, science, or tactical.
Let's restore the power weapon relays.
Weapon power relays are up and running. Charge all phaser banks. I need you on the bridge, Lieutenant.
On my way, Captain. Main bridge.
Sir, incoming transmission.
Activating view screen now.
Federation starship, this is Captain Core. Surrender if you must, but I'd rather you fight with honor.
Your orders, Captain?
Good work, Lieutenant. The Klingons will think twice before they try to board this ship again. Now take the helm. We need to get to a friendly sector.
Yes, Captain.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Taking the helm now. Obviously, I have no idea where I beamed. I mean, I figure I'd just sit in the chair.
Sensors are picking up Klingon power signatures in 2 nearby satellites. I'm thinking they're broadcasting the distress signals that lured in our ships. Bring us in close so we can scan them and find out.
Aye, sir.
Press up to increase your ship speed. Press down to decrease your ship speed.
Alright, let's scan that beacon.
Science report coming in now. The satellites are using a triaxilating signal. It's strong enough to cut through the interference and reach ships outside the nebula. Clever. Almost a shame we have to blow them up, isn't it?
It is a real tragedy, sir.
Use your torpedo to attack enemies who are not shielded.
Fire torpedoes.
Warning, ship is under attack.
One shot and it didn't do it? Okay.
Nice work. 1 down, 1 to go. Looks like this one is shielded, though.
Perfect.
You must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it.
Also, if you're wondering, folks, why the graphics on this thing look a little archaic, it's because we're going full 60s series version. Using full impulse.
Use your phaser beam to weaken shielded targets. Ship is under attack. Use
Dash
your
shields are
shield
gone.
on an enemy when their shield
Fire
is
torpedo.
down. You must be out of combat to answer the hail. The red alert message at the top of your screen will indicate if you are in combat.
Answering the hail.
Can you hear us? We're under attack by Klingon raiders. Our shields are buckling. Won't last long.
Hold on, Captain. We're on our way. Full impulse. That D5 Raptor.
Warning, ship is under attack.
He's unshielded. High yield torpedo.
Thanks for the help. Our engines are offline. Could you transfer some energy and get them started again?
We can, Captain. Stand by. Transferring energy to your freighter now.
Thanks for everything. Good luck with the Klingons.
Safe travels, Captain.
Lieutenant, I've made some modifications to our torpedo launcher. I think you'll like the results.
Agreed.
Hold the up button to activate and deactivate full impulse.
Or I can just hit the L1 button.
Press the circle button to activate high yield torpedo. Warning.
Another D5 Raptor. Starboard shields are going almost. Activating high yield torpedo.
Torpedo will increase the power of your next torpedo attack for 30 seconds.
Your head will decorate.
More Klingon ships detected on long-range sensors, sir.
Bring him in.
Fire!
Another D5 Raptor. 2 of them, actually. No problem. Locking on the D5 Raptors. I can still punch them with torpedoes, just like they're doing to me right now. Sometimes torpedoes can punch right through shields. Sometimes. Of course, if you hit them in a weak spot, activating high yield torpedo. Only one of them hit. That's sad. Does it for that squadron.
This is the USS Enterprise. Acknowledge, please.
Acknowledged, Enterprise. We're en route to your position now. So they have the goal to attack the Enterprise?
The cub comes to fight beside the wolf, eh? And now you will die with him as well.
Not today. A D9 battleship.
Warning, ship is under attack.
It's not going to be as easy as fighting off those D5s, but still. When you got the Enterprise fighting with you, anything is possible. Wish this thing had aft torpedoes, but it doesn't.
Target's shields have failed.
This isn't over, Kirk. I will avenge myself upon you and your lackey.
Thank you for your assistance.
Thanks for the update, Commander. Safe travels. GoldenEye out.
Looks like we're done here.
Lieutenant.
Starfleet Command wants us and Enterprise back for a debriefing on this mess. Helm, set a course for Earth space dock. Warp factor 3.
Warping out, sir.
Captain Garrett wants to see you in his office, Lieutenant. But he says to feel free to mingle with the other officers first. I'd take him up on that if I were you. I mean, how often do you get the chance to meet the crew of the Enterprise? The best of the best.
That they are, Tarsi. That they are. Let's talk to Ensign Mears real quick.
It's been a pleasure working with you. I didn't enjoy going back to Taurus 2, but we got the job done thanks to you. Starfleet First Officers must be my good luck charm. Captain Garrett has requested me for a new logistics position here at ESD. Might not be as glamorous as the Final Frontier, but I've accepted. Until next time, good luck out there.
Thank you, Ensign. Same to you, too. boys and Scotties.
We were in Starfleet Academy together.
It made for a very positive impression on Cadet Winston, however.
Lieutenant Uhura of the Starship Enterprise.
Good advice, Lieutenant. However, if he wants a rematch, I'll be ready next time.
May the great bird of the galaxy bless your planet.
Thanks, Lieutenant. I hope I do get the chance.
If you're going into the lion's den, you'll need a medical officer.
I'll keep that in mind, Doctor. Thank you. Can't say I do know that. Sorry. Don't mention it, Doctor.
That was some fine work back there, friend. It's not every day one walks away from a brawl with the Klingons. You look familiar. If you don't mind me saying so, have we met before?
I don't think so, sir.
Ah, must be my imagination then. You meet a lot of folks serving in Starfleet, to be sure. By the way, I heard you ran into the local wildlife on Taurus too. Right unfriendly devils, aren't they? I won't be forgetting those gigantic spears anytime soon. Look me up sometime. We'll have a drink and share some caveman tales.
Thank you, Lieutenant Commander. I could use a good drink. Of course, you know what my drink would be, folks. Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. Wonder if they would serve that in the 23rd century. I was here to report to Captain Garrett. Obviously, what the? It's an admiral's office. What's Captain Garrett doing in an admiral's office?
Thanks for coming. I have some good news to share. First off, Fleet promoted me to Admiral. I'll be working with Deep Space Command on several exploration initiatives there. Our ship's going to need a new captain. I've talked it over with Command, and they agree with my recommendation. You. Congratulations, my friend. I know the ship will be in good hands once I'm away. Don't think you've gotten rid of me, though. I plan on keeping you plenty busy out there.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Commander.
Every generation, Starfleet officers hear the call of duty. Hidden dangers lurk in space, and the threat of Klingon attack has made even the most stout-hearted reconsider their choice to travel throughout the stars. A last-ditch effort to find a common ground could end this conflict, but there are many who oppose peace. If the Federation is to be saved from chaos, new officers will need to take up the task of restoring peace. Live long and prosper, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Commander. So, folks, I just got promoted. The golden eye is mine.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
So, what's our next mission today? Well, first off, let's look at the captain's skills. Because I'm a tactical specialist, I think I'm going to gear towards more of my weaponry and stuff. Since I know for a fact that my torpedoes do a good amount of damage, I'm going to stick with energy weapons. Weapon proficiency would be a good thing to... Wait a minute. Let's go with the maximum hit points. . a smoke grenade or a photon grenade well. Photon grenade, obviously.
This is your character. Here you can see your equipped items and devices. Select the item in the list. You can also...
As you see, I have Tarsi as even though it's labeled Lieutenant Junior grade. I have to imagine that she's now my first officer. Of course, this is the USS Goldeneye. So what's the next mission? Incoming hails.
I've outlined important people you should talk to while visiting Earth Space Dock. Speak with the tailor to customize your appearance. After that, speak with the ship vendor to claim a shuttlecraft.
Very well.
Your minimap shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the minimap if you are far away from your objective.
Thank you. Show me what's available. As you can see, I can make another uniform later on, but let's modify this outfit just a little bit. After all, being promoted, even though my official rank is stated lieutenant, I am in command of a starship, so... Like I said, facial features, hair features, all that stuff I'll worry about later. Let's worry about mostly the uniform this time. Obviously, we're keeping it gold. Let's see. Enterprise Command, yeah, I would want. But since I'm not technically aboard the Enterprise, there's Exeter, Gemini, Intrepid, Nautilus, Paladin, Pioneer. Here we go. Let's go with Pioneer Command. No, I don't need those. Everything looks pretty much where I want it. Rank. I'm a lieutenant, which you can see on the arms. I think that'll do it for my uniform. Now let's talk with a ship vendor. Here's the interesting thing, because I'm at level 5, I can get a new starship. Not much in the way of a big selection, but still. I'll go with the Class F shuttle. But I'm going with a Constitution class. And I'm going to rename it Moonraker. Let's be a little bit creative here. Since most Constitution class ships had the registry first two numbers 17, I'm not going with 1701. That's obviously the Enterprise. But let's go with 17. Let's see, what's a 1724. now I gotta make sure I can switch out my ship's weaponry and stuff. GoldenEye was a good ship, and she's gonna stay in my ship selection, but I'm gonna be sticking with this little bird right here. Let's see, what did I get in my inventory? Ah, yes. Impulse engines. And then I had a phaser, oops, a photon torpedo. Well, what's the difference between... I'll hold on to these phaser beam arrays because, for one thing, they're rare as opposed to the one item in here which is only a uncommon. But I can get rid of these because I don't need them anymore. And also for the fact is I can't upgrade them. This I can upgrade later on. Can't get the lithium yet because I haven't officially begun a mission. But there she is, folks. USS Moonraker. Registry number 1724. Let's speak with Admiral Garrett.
Remember, your objective locations can also be found on your compass as well as your minimap.
I know that being a starship captain is a big responsibility, but I believe you're up to the task. If you feel that your ship is ready for its next mission, I can give you new orders.
I am ready, Admiral.
Stay safe out there.
In the shadow of Cestus.
Ever hear of Edron 4? Jim Kirk got into a tussle with a Gorn there and barely lived to tell the tale. Both the Gorn and the Federation have teams there now. I'd like you to back our people up in case the Gorn decide to engage in a little cowboy diplomacy.
Alright.
Stay safe out there.
Alright then. Let's return to the Moonraker. And because I was given a new phaser weapon for the ground, I could...
Hold the X button to bring up your Captain Commands menu and select Return to Sector Space to leave orbit.
This is not much like the Earth space tag I remember in the 25th century, obviously, but still. Let's exit the system. Warping to sector space now. Nothing against the GoldenEye, but I felt it was time to move up to a Constitution class. Luckily, there was one available.
Hold A to bring up your Captain Commands menu, select Primary Mission, and then select Travel to automatically fly to your destination. Sector Space is the main overworld map of Star Trek Online. From here, you can travel to different planets and systems. Sector Space is a no-combat zone.
Ensign Hunter, welcome aboard. I'm Security Chief Tarsi. Settling in okay?
It's going to take a little getting used to.
I can imagine. You'll be working with me in security, so if you need anything, just...
Thanks, Chief. I appreciate it.
Hey, don't mention it. Us red shirts stick together, right?
Right. You can count on me, Chief.
Obviously, I'm not moving at a faster warp velocity. Here's the map, by the way, of the 23rd century, at least the ones I can go through. Everything right here is viable for me to go through, except this area. The neutral zone. I go anywhere past this point, I'm in the Romulan sector. And as we know, anyone that goes through this line will actually make it an act of war. So, for all intents and purposes, to prevent that from happening, I will not be crossing the neutral zone today. What's my maximum warp factor on this thing? Warp 5. Usually for Constitution class, the maximum velocity is warp 7, but because I got a small warp core, I can understand. So let's see what this mission offers us in rewards. I get a new officer, Federation Type 3 phaser rifle, personal shield, energy dampening armor, some dilithium ore, expertise, and experience points. And the fact is I'm going to be messing with the Gorn because for those of you who have not watched my Star Trek Yellow Spring series, in the 25th century the Gorn are officially part of the Klingon Empire. But in the 23rd century they're a separate government. And also they look a little less aggressive, more alligator-ish. Or reptile, however you want to put it. But as of this point in the 23rd century, the Gorn is not part of the Klingon Empire, so I got some kind of a good portion of that. And in this case, we're actually working with the Gorn. So far, so good. It hasn't been... I'm guessing the tensions are still high, but that's to be expected. They're not part of the Federation, and they have proven to be aggressive in the past. Let's begin the episode entitled In the Shadow of Cestus. Perhaps seeing a fresh face from the Gorn's perspective will possibly ease the tensions, but I don't know for sure. Last thing I need to do is get into a shooting match with the Gorn. Put him on screen.
Welcome to Edrin 4. I'm Bridget McKinnon, CO of the USS Zhangha. Glad you could join us. My science teams are on site and conducting initial surveys. Apparently, this place is quite the geological marvel. We're not the only ones present, though. Our friends from the Gorn hegemony aren't terribly chatty, but so far they're keeping the peace.
How can we help, Captain?
Well, I'm sure my people wouldn't mind an extra hand down there on the geological marvel. Feel free to join the party.
I'll send an away team down to the surface. Moonraker out. Maintain course. Steady she goes, helm. Which is why we should not return scans. We don't want to provoke them. Going about our business like nothing happened is a good way to prevent hostilities, at least in this text. I will say that they got a good battleship out here. Shanghai isn't exactly a Constitution-class battlecruiser. Instead, it's actually a Pioneer class.
Transporter room to bridge. The geological team, supplies, and gear are ready to beam down to Edrin 4.
Very good, Ensign. Stand by for transport. All right. Bring us in the sensor range, helm. Like I said, I don't want to provoke them, so if I go at full impulse, I might become suspicious. My mistake. Zhanghe is not a Pioneer-class starship. It's a Daedalus-class starship. They were in pretty big construction times during the Romulan War. Obviously, unless I'm mistaken, they wouldn't be no match for this Gorn battleship. But with me at its side, I should be able to help them. But like I said, we're not here to fight the Gorn. We're here to work with the Gorn. Getting close to sensor scan range. Perform an orbital scan. What have you got? Very well. Carry on. Alright, let's go beam down.
During missions, you can select the members of your away team from the away team selection screen.
Which in this case, I've only got one choice, so...
Ah, there you are. Better late than never, huh? Ensign Skavra, Starfleet Corps of Engineers. Lovely planet we've got here. Charming, even, if you're fond of heat and rocks. Still, it's not a complete wash. To say this place is mineral-rich would be an understatement.
What's your background, Ensign?
My first assignment out of the Academy was on Vulcan, working at a geothermal power site in Shikar. Great people, the Vulcans. Good at arguments, though all the logic comes off a little dry for my tastes. This is my first deep space assignment, and I'm damn glad for it. Hope we're going to travel to more than desert worlds, though. I hear Ryza's nice this time of year.
So I hear. Glad to have you aboard, Ensign.
Press left to scan the area. Your tricorder will point you toward your nearest objective.
Obviously, it's pointing that way.
My tricorder's showing some interesting mineral formations beyond this ridge.
This looks like a good place to start our scans.
Scan this mineral formation.
Nice to see a report was spot on for once. The mineral deposits here are remarkably pure.
Let's take more scans.
This carbon deposit is unusually pure. Apparently, the Metrons don't prepare half-rate planets.
Let's see if we can find anything else. I hear something, and it's in the shade.
Whoever gets the mineral rights to this planet will be pleased. Very pleased indeed.
Let's not jump to conclusions, Ensign. We're here to study, not try and
My
bid for a
readings
planet.
indicate there might be dilithium on this planet. I'll need to take more scans to be sure.
Let's scan this mineral formation.
The variety of minerals in the topsoil alone is astounding.
One last scan. Okay, let's examine the minerals ahead.
Either my tricorder's broken, or the soil here has an amazingly high concentration of sulfur.
My nose told me that long before your tricorder, Ensign.
Mortar fire! We'd better head back to... Whoa! The mortars have closed off the pass! We can't reach the camp! Who would do this?
Look! Over there!
It's the Gorn!
Why did we have to fight the Gorn? Especially heavy rangers. We were hoping for a peaceful solution here. We gotta hail the ship, let them know what's happened. Understood. We'll find our way back.
Over there! There might be a way out of this infernal canyon further down the valley.
Noticing that this thing doesn't have much of a punch to it, so I'm going to stick with my pistol. And no slouches either. That's when he was about ready to throw it at me. That's hilarious. I noticed that he was going to pick up something, so I stunned him, preventing him from picking up anything. I'm open to suggestions, people.
We need a way out of this canyon, and I'm thinking that big rock up there is it. With a little Federation ingenuity, we can topple this rock with a makeshift bomb. Once it's down, we can walk across it and get back to camp before the Gorn use the Zhang Ha's science team as target practice.
And where would you suggest that we find this bomb, Ensign?
Have you read Captain Kirk's report on this place? We have all the materials we need here to make bombs. They won't be pretty like me, but they'll get results. If you can collect the materials, Ensign Hunter and I will work out where to place the explosives. We're going to need at least 3 bamboo containers, sulfur, potassium nitrate, and coal.
Behind us!
More Gorn. Alright, let's find those materials. I'm guessing this is the sulfur. Potassium nitrate. And he said 3 bamboo. Let's collect this one. This one.
Enemy targets on sensors.
I don't see any more. There's one more piece of bamboo we gotta get. Now we gotta find some coal. Which, according to this, is all the way up here. Anyone care for a run? No, that's where we need to set up the bomb. We need to get up there. Yeah, if anything else, I'm burning calories. Some makeshift stairwell. Of course, that didn't work. Oh, wait a minute. Here's some coal. Okay, we got the supplies. Now we need to talk to Scaverin and see what we need to do and how to set them up. At the base of the cliff, which means down there. And it won't let me jump down there. Oh well. Once again, have to do some more running. Let me jump over that little peak, but not over the hill, huh? I guess this game has some limitations. Okay.
Right. Ensign Hunter and I will construct the bombs we need to bring down this rock across the canyon. That's the easy part. It's up to you to keep those angry Gorn off us while we work. Hope you're a good shot.
I'll definitely. Work quickly, Ensign.
Well, at least the Gorn are punctual. Keep them off us!
Would they be coming... Oh, there they are.
Crush that coal up good, Hunter. Not like that. Finer. Careful with that. Potassium nitrate can react explosively with these materials. Now mix it with the coal. Carefully. I'd rather not get blown to pieces today, if you don't mind.
Can you two stop arguing?
We're just about done. Done! Now let's get these bombs in place.
Gotta set up 3 of these.
The bombs are primed to blow. We should move to a safe distance.
Alright, let's get moving.
Fire in the hole!
Not an impressive explosion, but it'll work. I don't want to do too much damage to this planet. It is a geological marvel, after all. Now that we're up here, we need to get back to the camp and save the rest of the research
Looks like
team.
some Gorn came through here. We better hurry.
Yeah, they came through here. They breached the doorway. They got the research team. Doesn't appear they've killed anyone yet. Oh, that'll change. Dr. Ward, what happened?
Thank you. Things were looking pretty grim there for a moment. The Gorn. They kept saying the deaths of their people would be avenged, but we didn't do anything. I haven't fired a phaser since the Academy.
You're safe now, Doctor. Join your people in the shuttle and head back to the Zhang-He. Beam us up, Moonraker. They're on screen.
Good to hear from you. Thank you for saving my people.
No thanks is needed, Captain. What's your status?
We're making repairs, but it'll be some time before our engines are back online.
We'll head to your position. Maybe we can set up some engineers to help you get the ship running faster. Helm, take us into position of the Zhang-He. Use full impulse to get there. I don't care if the Gorn comes shooting at me.
We're picking up Gorn warp signatures on our long-range sensors here. They're coming back.
Helm, put us between the Xinghe and the Gorn. Oh, that's nice.
Press the right trigger to fire energy weapons. Press the right bumper to fire torpedoes.
Let's get me aimed properly. Okay, his forward shields are exposed. Of course, they didn't hit the forward shield section. Oh, they deployed mines. Oh, that was beautiful. And inventive. I'm still punching him now. Ah, they warped away.
Thanks for covering us. The Gorn would have made short work of my ship otherwise. I owe you one.
How are your repairs coming, Captain?
Slow, but steady. Our warp drive is still disabled, but we're making progress.
We have some spare supplies we can beam over to assist you. Stand by.
Thanks. I hate to ask, but something's bothering me. We picked up strange energy readings before the attack. It could be nothing.
If it's something, send your data to us. I'll have my crew take a look at it.
Sending it now. I'd start with the debris of the Gorn ship that was destroyed. There might be a clue there.
Acknowledged. Stay safe, Captain. There's the destroyed ship. And they mean destroyed. It's in pieces. Let me do a full stop. Let's investigate this debris.
Captain, the crew of the Zhang-Ha were onto something. I ran a deep scan analysis of the Gorn debris, and the results are damned peculiar.
Go on, Ensign.
Gorn ships aren't as tough as a Tellarite design, but our scaly friends know a thing or two about hull plating. Whoever fired this shot knew exactly where to hit them.
Can you tell me who did it?
Not with the data we have now, but the science team just found another strange energy reading nearby.
Let's see what's out there. Helm, set a course. How far away? Oh, we're not that far away. I get the feeling there were no survivors. Not even enough time to initiate escape pods. This is definitely not the work of a Daedalus class starship. We'll find out who did it. And then we gotta prove to the Gorn that we're not responsible for it. The last thing we need is a conflict with the Gorn. Coming in close to that strange anomaly. Don't want to use my impulse jump yet, because I'm already close enough. Maybe a short one. Alright, let's scan this strange anomaly.
Picking up debris from the Gorn ship, and some trace elements of weapons-grade plasma. Sir, I know who did this. It's the Romulans.
Romulans? Are you sure?
I'll shave my eyebrows if I'm wrong. It's the Romulans, I'm sure of it. There's more bad news. The Gorn are coming back, weapons hot. Orders?
Red alert. Tactical, target their subsystems to disable them. We don't want them destroyed.
It's the same ship as before. Doesn't look like they're back at full strength, though.
That's fine. And they deployed more mines.
Target's shields have failed.
They're disabled.
this space equally, Federation. Your unprovoked act of aggression against our research vessel tells me otherwise.
Captain, we have data that proves the Romulans attacked your ship, not us.
I see no Romulans, only Federation ships. Do you think me a fool, Captain?
I'm sending you the data that exonerates us.
Most convenient, Captain. But I am unconvinced. Produce these Romulans that you claim destroyed our ship, or prepare to pay for your crimes.
Captain, I've got an idea. If we can generate a charged particle burst, we might overload their cloak.
Make it happen, Skyvern.
You're quite
There's your
the
proof.
clever one, Captain. Too clever, I'm afraid. No one can know of our actions here today. Your death, while regrettable, is necessary.
We'll see about that, Captain.
Target's shields have failed.
Starboard shields are taking a beating, but nothing we can't last. One ship destroyed.
Target's shields have failed.
2 ships destroyed. Activate high yield torpedo. Fire. His aft shields are obliterated. They're a little bit farther away, but still. I can't utilize full impulse while I'm in the middle of combat, unfortunately. But I'll keep firing what I can. Now, do you believe us, Captain?
Well fought, Federation. The hegemony will remember the Romulan treachery today, and your assistance in exposing it. I propose we continue our joint surveys of Edrin 4 under a mutual non-aggression pact.
Perhaps one day we'll explore together.
So there was another player on the field. Nice work out there, Captain. We'll be heading for the closest starbase soon, but we'll be back to finish our work here, along with the Gorn, I'll wager. I think the Romulans will take a pass, though.
And with good reason. Good luck, Captain. Take us out of here, Helm. Warp 3.
Most missions can be turned in remotely. Hold the X button to bring up your Captain Commands menu and select Turn In to report to the contact and
Good to hear
turn in
from
the
you.
mission.
I've read Captain McKinnon's report. Sounds like things got a little rough on Edrin 4. Still, the diplomatic corps thinks your actions will make a difference in future talks with the Gorn. Well done.
Thank you, Admiral.
Stay safe.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Let's check out our next episode.
Starfleet hasn't heard from Deep Space Station K-13 in a while. It's in a tactically sensitive part of the quadrant, and the brass is getting concerned. Get out there, find out what you can, and render assistance if needed. And hey, be careful, okay? This could go sideways fast.
Indeed.
You are now in sector space. Here ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
I already know that. Sometimes they can get annoying. Ooh, we're in Orion sector. Okay, let's head towards the Deneva system. That's where Space Station Deep Space K-13 is. Let's see what I picked up inventory-wise. Another rifle, which is better than the one I had. I'll give it to him. And I'll give Tarsi the better phaser pistol. As far as the... Let's give myself this one. Give Scavron this one. And give Tarsi that one. Did I pick up anything else? Personal shield. Yes, I did. Looks like I picked up a couple of shield charges. I'll give those to Tarsi. Hypos I'll get to Scavron. And these standard issue ones I'll just pitch. And these I'll put on directly to Moonraker. So after that, and I earned some dilithium ore, so I'll go ahead and refine it. Okay, we've reached the destination. As of right now, this will be my last episode for today, folks. I just want to let you know that there'll be more episodes to come from the Temporal Agent series. In fact, if I had to go and look at my episode list right now, we just completed, plus the tutorial, we just completed 3 missions. The next missions will be as labeled Painful Omens, and then we'll have, after that, 3 more episodes of the Temporal Agent series. I sure hope you enjoyed this beginning episode, and I will see you on another day. In the meantime, this is Captain Chris Dorn, signing off.